You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Jeff Bajorek, so it must be Saturday. Here he is.
There are a lot of tips and tricks and hacks out there for building or gaining confidence. And some of them work for some people better than others. But today, what I want to give you are 3 keys to sustaining confidence, to rebuilding that confidence, because we all know it's fleeting from time to time. Key number 1, remind yourself of what you know to be true. You've won before. You've built things before. You've made things happen before that other people didn't think you could do. Rely on those memories. Remind yourself of what that felt like. And remember that if you did it before, you can do it again. Key number 2, redefine what success looks like. Don't try to cram an entire sales process into a single sales call. Focus on learning one thing with every single outreach attempt. When the difference between failure and success is whether or not you've learned, you've created a completely different lens through which you can look at your sales calls, and you're going to find that a lot more progress comes when you recognize that a lot of little wins, they add up. Key number 3, I want you to address your dysfunctional relationship with failure. It's probably not even dysfunctional, it's probably toxic. And for all of the self-talk that you give yourself about how I love to win, but not as much as I hate losing, hold on, that's fine. But refer back to key number 2 about what success actually looks like. And then also remember that you learn a lot more from failure than you do from success. So let's consider that, and maybe not beat yourself up too badly when things don't go the way that you wanted them to, because there are really limiting benefits, or a limited number of benefits to that kind of self-talk. And what does that do to your mindset? Does it really drive you? Probably not as much as you'd like to think. So look, when you break these things down, when you put all these keys together, right? Remind yourself that you've been successful before. And you know what? People also believe that you can be successful now. So you should too. Secondly, failure is not exactly what you think it is. It's probably a much lower bar to something successful than you may think. So take a real good look at what you're asking yourself to do. And number 3, when you do fail, recognize that it is a learning opportunity. The more I fail, the more I learn, and the more I learn, the more I win. Think about that. I'll talk to you again next week.
It's not too late to support Jeff and his golf marathon fundraiser in support of Chosen Vision. Last I checked, he was just shy of his $2,500 goal, and maybe you can be the one to put him over the edge and take advantage of his super generous group coaching offer that includes access to Jason Bay, Christy Walters, Larry Levine, and Mike Simmons as well. We've got a link for you at DailySales.Tips/847. Once you've clicked over there, be sure to click back here tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.